All right, raise your hand if you think it's the hottest market ever. All right, I'm seeing some hands. I tell people all the time it's the hottest market ever. As a matter of fact, it's like a game of Resident Evil for the people that think it's not the hottest market ever. They're gonna bite you and they're gonna infect you. Because I found myself even saying a couple of weeks ago that it's not the hottest market ever. And I'm like, wait, it is the hottest market ever. They almost got me. So it really depends who you're listening to. But you guys heard that salesperson story about two salespeople that, wanted to sell shoes in a foreign country. And one salesperson says,
nobody wears shoes in that country. Why would I go sell shoes somewhere where no one sells shoes?
And the other salesperson says,
nobody sells shoes in that country. Oh my God, Aram. It's going to be an amazing opportunity.
And right now you got those two kind of originators like,
hey, it's a horrible market right now, man. Nobody has cash. There's a lot of uncertainty, man. This is the worst market to sell.
Then you have another originator saying like,
nobody has money right now, Aram. Everybody's struggling and it's a crazy world. This is the hottest time to sell.
So I truly believe if you ask me, would I want to sell cash when rates are 2.99, stock market's great, and everybody has money? Or would I want to sell cash when rates are 5.99, people are struggling, and they don't really have money? I'll choose this market over that market any day, and the strong will survive this market. And today I'm going to show you how to be one of those strongs. Let's start at the very beginning. These are the strategies that I believe you can master the mortgage world. Doesn't matter if you're an individual broker, doesn't matter if you're a broker owner, doesn't matter if you're in retail, doesn't matter if you've been doing this for decades. It all starts off with the foundation. What is your foundation? When I first started at Rocket Mortgage in 2015, I was the kind of guy that would say, give me a pen and a paper, give me the yellow pages, give me a telephone, and I'm gonna sell. I don't need anything fancy. I was like, Rocky, I could train in Russia. I could do push-ups in the snow. I could punch a side of a beef. Well, I started learning when I started consulting that there's a lot of people out there that do have good tech and they do have better platforms, and that stuff does matter. They're training like Ivan Drago with all the tech and all the advancements. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I was dialing one person at a time and I was doing great. I was closing 40 or 50 loans a month. But then I learned that you could have a system that dials 10 people at a time. So imagine in the 5 years I was originating, I had a power dialer that dialed 10 people at a time. How many more deals would I have gotten? Instead of sending a custom text message, I learned about automation, that you could automate text messages or drip campaigns or emails or voicemails. And then let's take it to the lenders. I left retail from Rocket Mortgage and I went into the broker space to consult. What's the definition of a broker? Because to me, what a broker means is a hunter and a gatherer. It's somebody that's going to shop around the whole country to find you and your family the best program. It's not somebody who's limited to program. And here's what I found. And I trained some successful mortgage companies, including Westcap. But a lot of the companies that weren't Westcap that I trained, they say they're brokers and they even tell their clients, yeah, we shop around over 100 lenders, blah, 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 blah. But what are they actually doing? They're going through UWM or Rocket Mortgage. They weren't really being hunters and gatherers. And I went company after company, and I kept finding that, yeah, sure, some of them will do a DSCR, some of them will do bank statement, but really they're capped off at 3, 4, or 5 lenders maximum. Then I went to West Capital Lending, and West Capital Lending was really leveraging 100 lenders, and they were really leveraging all these programs. And it made me think about a song. Does West Capital want to hear the song or no? All right, so when I walked in West Capital and seen all these programs and all these lenders, it made me think, it's a whole new world with non-QM. No one to tell you no, your credit's too low. A whole new world where DTI can blow. And that's exactly what I thought. It was really a whole new world, and I'm like, holy smoke, there's all these programs and all these lenders, and nobody's really leveraging them. So anyways, I put this up for you because I want you to audit yourself. How is your tech stack? How is your lenders? How is your programs? If it's not where it needs to be, understand that you need to get it to where it needs to be. And that's the number one step to master the mortgage world. It's the foundation. All right, moving on. Realtors, lead buys, credit triggers. Let's start with realtors. I've been having a very hard time finding a good realtor. I even tell them what to do sometimes, and I find a hard time with them doing that at a high level. So a lot of times I'll tell a realtor like, hey, I train realtors. I do a lot of consulting. I could help you with your training, and in return, you'll send me some of your business. And that's my custom value. But the key word is custom value. I feel like a lot of people still ask realtors to go get coffee and lunch. Like,
My time's too valuable for coffee and lunch.
a lot of times, and I think realtors, like smart realtors, don't really care about coffee and lunch. Like if you're trying to get a free lunch, like
Take my credit card, order lunch for the month, dude.
nobody wants a free lunch. What they really need is custom value. So I'll give you 2 keys that could convert any realtor right now. Number 1, you find out what the realtor is missing. You could find out what somebody's missing. Like you could check their social media, you could check their brand, you could check their website, and you could say, this realtor right here is missing something. And once you find out what that something is, you say, how do I provide value to that something? For example, I had a realtor. They love doing open houses. They talk about them all the time. But when I seen their open houses, I'm like, it's not like really something to brag about. It's just like a normal open house. So I keep emailing this realtor and texting this realtor and calling this realtor saying, hey, let me come out to your open house and let me help you make it entertaining. Because the custom value was, let me wow this realtor at the open house. So he's like, damn, this guy really knows how to do an open house, and he'll bring me back. That's custom value. So it doesn't work on the first week, second week. It ends up working like week 14. He's like, you know what? You've been bothering me for 14 weeks. Come out to an open house. I go out to an open house. I get a camera crew. I bring a DJ. I get snacks and food. And I talked to every single client that came in the open house. Then after the open house, I collected those clients' data, and then I emailed them and texted them, and I followed up with the clients after the open house. And as a matter of fact, some of them I sent the realtor back their information and said,
Hey, they want to see another house. Reach out to this person.
now this realtor's like, holy shit, I've never seen something like this before. This guy not only came here, spent money, and brought a whole team to do an open house, he's also following up with clients and sending them back. And then I got him business from those clients that came to the open house. Now, after that situation, do you think the realtor chased me or I chased him? He chased me because I gave him custom value. So could you find out what a realtor is missing and then provide value to it? If you can't find out what they're missing, find out what's important to them. What is important to that realtor, and how could you show up with that importance every single time? So if a realtor tells me,
Man, I got burnt on the weekend. The broker didn't answer. My client needed a pre-approval letter. If they got burnt on a weekend, what should I do for them to show custom value?
be available to them every single weekend. So what would I do every single Saturday and Sunday? Good morning. How's it going? Just in my office checking up on my realtors. Hopefully everything's right. Next Sunday, good morning. I got a new program, wanted to share it to you. The next Sunday, hey, do you have any clients I could follow up with? Like I would show up for 18 weekends in a row, and that realtor's gonna be like, holy shit, this guy's all over his weekends. Now here's the thing, we're in an age of laziness. So a lot of people don't wanna do that custom value where they gotta research you, they gotta find what's important or missing, then they have to show up constantly over and over again. But that's what this is about. That's that competitive edge, and that's how you get to the next level, that you do something that no one else does. All the realtors that I talked to was very simple. I told them, hey, I want a vacation house in Florida. I want my family to use it. I want it to be on the water. I want to be able to Airbnb it, and I want it to at least break even at the end of the year. Not one of them has sent me an email on a Friday or a Monday and said,
Hey, here's 6 properties. Here's what I like about this one. Here's what I like about this one, because you said you have twins and it has a caged, a fenced backyard. Here's what I like about this one. You said that your son, 5th grade, and they got a good school district in case you want to move there because that's what's important to you and your wife.
not one realtor has ever done anything close to that for me. So I'm like, these realtors are not all that. They didn't even ask me what my goals were with this house. Just, you want a vacation home? All right, let me see what I could do. I don't hear from them for 2 weeks. Fired, next one, fired, next one. So a lot of people are not going the extra mile. And that ties into lead buys. Lead buys is my bread and butter. It's probably what I've done the most of. And if you think about the psychology behind a lead buy, this is what it is. It's, 50-year-old, 60-year-old average American sitting down, drinking black coffee, smoking Marlboro Reds, playing Candy Crush. And then they see on their computer, on their phone, a pop-up that says, save a lot of money. And they click on that pop-up. They're like, oh, okay. Name, address, balance, value, date of birth, social. Would you like a phone call? They go through 17 fields. And then what happens on the other end? A guy like me gets that lead, and I'm calling him right away, and the client answers. It's Alex Schrafferty with you with West Capital Lending. We've been in the industry for a decade. You are flagged on lowermybills.com to lower your bills and save some money. Hopefully I could help you and your family and take you guys to financial freedom. What's the balance of your mortgage? I'm getting that lead right away, and I'm coming in with a strong introduction. Now, if you're not converting a lead buy, and the lead buy qualifies, that's nobody's fault but your own. The client is obviously interested. They would have never left Candy Crush and the Marlboro Red and the black coffee and clicked on 17 things if they weren't interested. Like, think about if somebody goes through 6 tunnels and they get all muddy in a puddle and they come into your watch store to buy a watch and then you don't sell them a watch. That's on you. It's not on the client. So how do you keep a lead by client engaged? Well, you build a relationship with them. I think the number one thing that you could do in America to make money is sales. To take it a level further, the number one thing you could sell inside of sales to make money is what? Experience. What else? If you had the choice to sell anything in the world, what would it be? Cash. What better thing to sell than cash? So, okay, I'm doing the number one thing in the world to make money, it's sales. And I'm also selling cash, or maybe a house if you do purchase. That's like the cream of the crop. And then to take it a level further, here's what I told my people the other day. I said, you know why you guys are stressed out about selling mortgages? Because you're selling mortgages. I said, you know what I sell? I sell a better life. Imagine selling better life. Like at the end of the conversation with the client, it's like,
Hey, after we pay off these debts, little Bobby's going to get to go to summer camp. And 3 years from now, you could get rid of that clunker car that you hate. You could buy that Corvette you've always wanted. And 5 years from now, you'll save this much money and you could finally buy your first investment home.
I'm selling dreams. I'm selling a better life. And when you're selling better life, it's not a stressful job. And guess what? You don't get shopped by Next. I know credit triggers might not be around for a while, or they might not be around in a while, but I trained a lot of credit trigger companies that were very successful. Credit trigger companies, it's like, somebody's shopping at Kroger, and they're in your line, and then you have the credit trigger companies calling them saying like,
Psst, come over here. I got 40% off. They're ripping you off down there. Come over here to my line.
and they're literally telling your clients that you're ripping them off and they're trying to get them a better deal. The reason why I like credit triggers is because it keeps you on your toes. Meaning when my clients get off the phone with me, I'm like, I don't care how many credit trigger people call them. They're staying with me because I sold them better life, not a mortgage. I got to know them, they got to know me, and they got sold a better lifestyle. So are you maximizing all these three areas when it comes to realtors, lead buys, and credit triggers? If not, what are you gonna change? Rocket Mortgage is genius because if you're on Facebook and you just got married, they're gonna show you an ad of somebody that just got married. And if you're on Facebook and you just had kids, you're gonna get an ad that shows that somebody that just had kids. And same exact thing with TikTok algorithms, and same exact thing with Amazon. If I buy something for my pool, I see a bunch more stuff for my pool the next day. So I do the same exact thing with clients who don't qualify. A lot of people throw clients who don't qualify in the trash. They're like, this client doesn't qualify, withdraw, move on. For me, I go deeper into that. And instead of just recycling those leads, I say this client doesn't qualify for credit, but their credit score is 50 points away from qualifying. So then I put them into a campaign to improve credit. And every single week it says, hey, Tim, it's Alex checking on you. I know your credit wasn't where it needs to be last time. Here's 3 things you could do this month to help that out. And the next month, hey, Tim, how's your credit looking? And they get credit emails and sequences and texts for the next 6 months. If it's somebody that's getting a divorce, they get divorce sequence. But every single non-qualified client goes into their own campaign, and they eventually what? They turn into a qualified client. So every single day I walk in, I've been doing this for years, I have clients from years ago that I couldn't help, like,
Hey, Alex, thanks so much for helping me fix my credit.
I'm like, what? I helped you fix your credit?
Yeah, man, that email you sent me, I actually did it.
Holy shit. Let's get this thing repulled. Let's get it going for you. So what are you doing with your clients that don't qualify? Are you creating sequences for them? Sean, your clients love you, my dude. You got to be asking for referrals. And I know you could ask like a real man for a referral because you earned a referral. Right? A lot of people ask for referrals like, do you think that, anybody off the top of your mind that might possibly want to refinance? It's like, why are you asking it like you're shitting bricks or something? What's wrong with you? It's very simple.
You know, Sean, I just helped out you and your family, man. I saved you guys thousands of dollars a year. I'm going to check on you every 6 months. Here's what I'm going to do for you, man. Even better than that, I'm going to call one of your friends or family right now and help them the same way I helped you. I only got time to call one person. Who's the first person that comes to mind that needs the same exact help? What is he going to tell me?
You don't know? You don't got any friends? No family? Neighbors? Come on. One person. I don't got a lot of time. One person that needs help. And then you get a referral. So you ask for it the right way like you earned it, but also you set up a sequence for it. So whether I close a client or don't, they get emails and texts asking for referrals, and I'm getting referrals every single day when I walk in. And then lastly, my favorite, repeat clients. I've been trying to stop originating all year and I can't. Today I wrote 2 loans while I'm being here because it's clients I helped last year that are still getting emails and texts to help them again this year. One guy called me today, he's like, yeah, I got your text for a checkup, man. I need some cash. Perfect. I didn't do anything. He's just getting sequences. So are you writing your repeat clients over again? It should be a lifetime relationship, lifetime pension plan. As a matter of fact, I've gone as deep as writing their honeymoons, anniversaries, when their kids graduate college. I've put it in my calendar so I could follow up at the very right time for them, or when they want to retire. Now, I really don't think I could ever stop writing mortgages because of this thing that I've started. Because I did 105 closings last year in 5 months by myself. And now those 105 are going to turn into 70 or 80 every single year for the rest of my life. And they're going to turn into referrals. So what are you doing with your repeat clients, and are you maximizing that area inside of your business? Moving on to another segment of how you could master the mortgage world. Maximize events. This is an event right here. We have a camera crew and content. I have a booth tomorrow that you could see me at and see our products and services and ask me any questions. I'm shaking hands. I'm meeting people. I'm going to go back, probably make an email that you all get. And I'm going to offer you guys anything that you guys need as far as help. Reach out to me, and I got your back. I'm going to maximize this event. I feel like a lot of people don't maximize events, you know? And sometimes it's a little hurtful to see. A lot of people come here for free pens and Sour Patch Kids. The trick-or-treating. You'll see it tomorrow in the booths. Oh, what do you have here? They're just going to trick-or-treat all the... Like, look, I'll buy you a box of Sour Patch Kids, dude. Stay home with your family. What are you doing here? So, like, how are you maximizing this event? What are you going to do so you make sure when you leave here, your business increases? Because that's how you have to show up with intention. How do you find and partner with industry whales? I seen a video on TikTok, you know, where they crush a watermelon on the floor, and they put it in a big net, and they put fish food over it, and they throw it in the water. All the fish start eating it, and then they grasp all the fish at one time. Who's the watermelon in your industry? Like, I have an accountant. He's very, very successful. He works with a lot of business owners. What should I do with that accountant? I should become his best friend, provide value to him. Where's the value that he needs? Guess what value he needs? He asked me while I was leaving,
Hey, man, I really need help building a call flow for my people to take in my leads that are calling me off social media. Could you help me with that?
my eyes lit up. I'm like, that's perfect. I was waiting for you to give me something to give you value with, because I want you to give me your clients so I could help them in the mortgages. So I meet with him, and now I'm helping him with the sequence. And then guess what comes after that? Hey, why don't you send an email to all your clients and let them know I could get them cash out, I could do business loans, I could do commercial, I could do also more life and what that means for them. So also don't forget about paid media, social media, and direct mail. So that's a lot of stuff we went over. Maximizing events, finding partners, social media and paid media, referrals, clients who don't close, repeat clients, working with realtors, lead buys, and credit triggers, and building your foundation. Now, do you think it's a hot market? Yeah. Are you ready to maximize this market? All right. It's a lot of information. Like, what do you do if you're like, where do I buy a mailer from? How do you find the answer? Or if you're like, what kind of script could I use for a realtor? Where do I find that? Call flows, referrals, scripts, ads, follow-up sequences, drip campaigns, objection handling. Where could you go right now to find a video showing you how to do it, a script that tells you how to do it, book that explains how to do it? Well, we have it all in one place, okay? It's called Mastering the Mortgage World Bundle. It comes with a blueprint, a planner, and a playbook, and a virtual academy with weekly live calls, and every single aspect of what we talked about is inside of there. We have over 3,000 originators and over 35 companies leveraging this, including the top ones. So if you're not in this and you want to invest in yourself for the price of compensation for one loan, every single loan after that is profitability. And if you run a company, we do white labeling for your company as well. If you're an individual, trust me, get this for yourself. And I guarantee you, you'll close multiple loans a month, regardless of where you're at in your industry. You just got to figure out how much of this you want to do, because it all works. And I can honestly tell you guys right now, if I get assassinated when I leave here, I just gave you every single key to master the mortgage world. Thank you guys for your time.